My tank looks horrible right now. Does your tank look like this? Did you just clean out your tank? And now just a few days later, it is cloudy as all get out? Well, don't worry. There's a very, very easy fix to this. So in this case, I cleaned out my tank. This tank is very mature. It's at a point where it very rarely needs to be cleaned, and the water almost never needs to be changed. The only time I really need to clean it is because of this buildup here. You see that buildup? I don't know if this is focusing, but you got some buildup there. That buildup happens all over the place under this nice, beautiful piece of driftwood. My friend helped me with this, and she didn't move these rocks, so the buildup is still there. So for the first time in probably 4 or 5 months, this tank had a siphoning where we cleaned all that buildup off of all there, and we changed the filter over in that hang on the back filter and the filter cartridges, and we gave it about a 50% water change, and that was that. Now here we are about 7 days later, exactly 7 days later, and we've got a bad bacteria bloom. Why? Well, I can tell you the bacteria bloom happens when beneficial bacteria is lacking. And when it's lacking, the population explodes, just like this. And it's multiplying. Over the course of the last 7 days, it's gotten slowly cloudier and cloudier and cloudier. Eventually, the bacteria that the fauna cannot support with its urine and fecal matter will die off. And this will leave only the bacteria settled and alive that can handle, that the urine and fecal matter can handle. So what to do when you have a tank that looks like this? The answer to the question is probably not what you want, but the Hebrew word for it is savlanut. The Hebrew hand gesture for it is savlanut, means patience. In Israel, you hear people saying, "Aiga, aiga." Everyone's pushing and shoving. Hey, chill, aiga. Wait. The answer to your question is you do nothing. And you just wait. I'm sure there's some things that a company will sell you, or some fish tank guru will hype it up and give you all this information, knowing that you're susceptible to some kind of panic action. Don't panic. Just wait. In a few days, maybe a week at most, your tank's going to be fine. Now, if you've got an algae bloom and it's all green, not all white, then you got a problem on your hands if you want to have a clear tank. That green algae is actually probably a good symbiotic relationship for your fish and the algae. But if you want a good clear tank, that algae bloom is no good. But if you've got that white cloudy thing going on, my friends, just wait. Let the Lord's creation, his way of doing things, his systems, balance one another out. Even if you have an immature tank, and you've got an algae bloom going on, you just got to let it cycle. Just wait. The reason why I have this algae bloom, it's not because we picked up all the what is likely mulm. It's not because we did a water change. It's because the filters back there hadn't been changed for about 6 to 8 months, or possibly even more. Those filters don't need to be changed because the bacteria in this mature system takes care of 95% or so of any ammonia, NO2 or NO3. Well, the The fauna here takes care of the NO3, not the bacteria. And when I changed these filters, the cartridges, a huge amount of the bacteria was living in there. And I just pulled them out, dumped them in the old trash can, and stuck a new set in. And the system is resetting, so to speak. So, maybe that's the problem you're experiencing. If it's a white cloudy bloom, just relax. Everything's going to be okay. And before you know it, it's going to be clear and beautiful. Like that tank. Or that tank. Or that tank. Or this tank.